let me show you and introduce you to my religion. Amazing intro, right? So let's talk about this meme that we call game. Warhammer 40k Dawn of War is a video game based in the Warhammer 40k universe. It was developed as an RTS by the same guys that created the masterpiece that we call Company of Heroes. It has 3 expansions that I like to call the good, the bad, and the ugly. But we'll get to that later. Let's go in depth. Let's start with the reason people have been lately playing games, the graphics.
My mind bears a great pain!
I could start with the first look. The first look at the game might be ugly, but if you pay attention to the maps, and if you bear in mind that the game has 14 years at its back, you soon realize that the aesthetics of the game have survived pretty well this years. The graphics in this game should be valued based on 3 things: animations, models, atmosphere. The only RTS that I think that has better animations than this game is StarCraft 2, and because it was 3 years after Dawn of War. Here, you can behold the love Relic gave to this game when creating it. Dawn of War shares things with other games like StarCraft, but it has also very unique gameplay value. The fact that you summon squads and not individuals, and also you have to capture strategic points to produce resources, and 3 are far from your base, but you can build near them, so it has an immense strategic value. Not to mention the morale, a new feature in RTS. If you face things like demons, flamethrowers and beasts, the morale of your squads will break, and they will receive extra damage and they will need extra time to regain the lost members of the squad. There is a total of 9 races counting the ones in the expansions, and every one of them has a very unique playstyle. Personally talking, do not pick the Necrons if you are playing for the first time in RTS, due to the fact that because they are the most overpowered race in the game, the only idea that crossed the mind of the developers was to make them really fucking slow.
Do you hear the voices too?
I can't explain with mere words the level of brilliance of the voice actors. I've been listening to their voices for more than a decade, and I can't get rid of the urge to listen to them one more time. Just listen to this tracks.
Blood! 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 Blood!
I think some fool just shot at us.
Let me preach his name! Chaos is the only true answer. Witness your doom!
That one gave me crumbles. Talking about the OST is great, but the fact that I only realized only a few of the tracks tells me that it was missing sometimes. Don't get me wrong, it's brilliant. Listen to this. Pretty great, am I right? Let's continue with the next part.
The Emperor!
As I said earlier, I've been playing this game for more than a decade, and that's due to 2 things: the Warhammer 40k universe perfectly represented, and how fun this game actually is. This game has 3 expansions. Chronologically speaking, the first one is Winter Assault, a challenge for people who play RTS. The second one is Dark Crusade, which allows you to play a campaign with all of the 7 races, including the 2 new ones. The last, and the worst one is Soulstorm. This expansion adds 2 new races, however this expansion is the worst one, and the reason is the failure to keep up with the expectations of the other 2 expansions. The last 2 expansions don't have a linear story, it's based on you conquering and annihilating the other races. However, the story of Dawn of War and Winter Assault, it's pretty great for a RTS. In Dawn of War you are Gabriel Angelos, the commander of the Blood Ravens, a lost chapter of Space Marines. This commander is being haunted by his past actions. This story involves tension, betray and following your duty problems, but mostly about purging and exterminators.
Alright, fire!
It's not going to win any BAFTAs, but it can introduce casuals pretty well to the Warhammer 40k universe. This game is one of the best RTS ever created. Someone is even patching and upgrading one of my favorite mods, Ultimate Apocalypse, but that doesn't mean it's not without flaws. The camera sucks. It's not that it's bad, it's that is so close to the ground you can't keep a global view of your troops and structures. Also, the squad spread too much and just starts firing even though only one of them is at range. Sometimes the IA just loses it, or some balance problems. But the only thing that I would cleanse with fire and flames are the cinematics. They are inexistent. These are just scripts run in the in-game, and nothing more.
I wish I could say the same of your men.
But that's it. If I had to give this game a score, I think it would be a 9, because this game is a reason that we see other types of Warhammer 40k video games. It started something beautiful, it spread the concept of Warhammer to the gamers and casuals like me. I think this game is the father of our 40k fans, and we should be proud that we have played these games. I don't know how to finish, so I will just put the credits, some memes, and all the songs that I've used. I hope you liked it.